2018 January reading. Told you I'd have a quick break. Okay. It's always interesting when I tune into zodiacs. Sometimes when you guys aren't open, you know, it delays it and some things, you know, don't come through as clear. You've had an interesting year. Some things you've been waiting for and it's frustrating you. Some situations you've been waiting for them to resolve and they have not come about. I do feel you're going to have a surprise out of left field, and this is going to be connected to a certain individual you've been waiting on hearing from, waiting to see. In your mind, it's not that you're not being optimistic, it's you're scared to believe. Hello, back again for your reading. So you're scared to believe. Now, there's a few energies that were coming through. Hello. Welcome all. For those of you who are new, welcome to Yildiz Readings. I hope we can become family. I have lovely people that I give readings to, and I do actually connect with them as family. Very lucky. Jen is one. Tracy as well. Love her to bits. Too many to mention. Okay, what's going on with you guys? You have some interesting situations coming through. Now, one of them is a passed over loved one who is very relevant to you. They're your spiritual guide. Now, this could be that it happened, oh, getting tingles. This could be that it happened a while ago, although it's directly relevant. I'm glad you enjoy watching my videos. Now, this person is coming up. Now, it's either that they're acting as a guide to you or their anniversary is coming up, or you're going to visit them. Do I make you laugh, do I, Jen? What, in my conversations with my daughter? Who complains and doesn't want to go to the beach? Now, come on now. Who does, really? I mean, I love hanging out with you guys, but let's just be real. So you've got a family member who's coming through. Now, they're around you. They're going to be relevant for you in January. They're watching over you. They want you to know they're always there. They want you to know that some of the hurt connected to that time is still there with you. They're wanting you to be aware of that. They don't want you to hurt the way you're hurting. They need you to, in some shape or form, do an aspect of purging. They also want you to know that on the realm of the 3D, our earth, what we see, what we feel, your hurt is directly connected to that. You've got to go back into your spirituality and realize they're always with you, that they have been giving you signs. You know, one simple 3D sign can be the anniversary and the way you're directly feeling. That will change, they're showing me. That'll change, and the energy you're feeling connected to that will change. But they are guiding you and they're trying to support you. I do feel one energy coming through, which was a tragedy, and it happened very, very quickly. And I do feel this is a female figure. So this could be one of you who it's relevant to, who's on the live session right now, because it is coming through as a direct one-person energy. It did happen very soon. Others of you, it did feel like the way the person passed wasn't the way you wanted them to go. And you hold deep pain directly connected to that. Their energy's around you and they're guiding you to an aspect of your goals. Now, there's another energy of a person. You're waiting on this person and it's frustrating you. An aspect of you wants to believe, but doesn't want to believe. You're also dealing with dynamics of family. Now, some of you may even also have a sick relative right now, or someone who isn't directly well and it's concerning you. Yes, family, because these are the family cards I'm shuffling. It's also making you angry. But not angry in a way that you're mad at the person for being sick. More, you're upset in general. We'll see what's coming through with that. It does feel you have a great deal of responsibility on your shoulders at the moment. And family members are being challenging. Very challenging. Some of the burdens are not yours. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm being shown. And you're cross about that, but you've got to stem back. And this was what I was talking about in one of the other videos. I need to actually either do a video to help you channel back to where that trigger came about. Now, generally speaking, yeah, frustrating. Okay, so generally speaking, there's a trigger point and a reason we do certain things. So automatically what I'm feeling is something you're physically doing at the moment, you know it's not your responsibility, but you're still doing it anyway and you're getting the same result. So that's frustrating you as well, but you feel you're obliged to do it. So you keep repeating the cycle, so to speak. Some of it you feel is out of your hands and you're hoping it's going to be a temporary energy, but we're moving into a number 2 year. So this, if you haven't purged this aspect and changed that aspect, triggers are going to come up in January, because this is the most prominent energy that's coming through, and it's out of balance. It's not working. Something's not working. So you either need to start speaking your truth directly connected to it. Now, it doesn't have to be in a nasty way. You can just be honest to the point of a time frame, providing a time frame, which then enables but then disables and lets that person or those people then take that responsibility. Somewhere along the road, this has become a trigger for you because you're owning somebody else's energy. Something has transpired. It will be, and it'll stem back quite far as to the reasons why you're doing this, and you're feeling you have an obligation to be responsible. At some point in time, somebody pointed something out to you and they made you feel that you were something if you weren't being responsible. There's a trigger. It's coming from somewhere. Hello. I can't pronounce everyone's name, so sometimes I do want to say your name, but I don't want to be rude enough to pronounce them incorrectly. So when you say hello, no, I'm saying hello to you. So, you're watching for your twin. We'll look at couples and singles, because the couple section will be directly related to how they're feeling in their current dynamic if they're partnered, or if they're not partnered, it'll be directly connected to how they're thinking about your connection, but definitely look at yours as well. Now, Taurus is waiting for somebody. Now, if this is your twin, they're waiting for you. It's vice versa, but you're not believing in the connection. You're questioning it. So this is an aspect of a block for you. So again, there's 2 blocks going on. There's your power, in a sense, that you're needing to deal with, where you're feeling it's your responsibility, and you need to go back over old ground and work out where that trigger came about, where everything was your responsibility. Have you come to a place where people have let you down? If you did not, and I'll use the word micromanage, but it's not micromanage, because it's almost like this is imposed upon you, where these responsibilities are, and people have got the idea these problems are yours. It's removed them taking responsibility for their own bubble, but it's also disabling them to a degree as well. And on the 3D, sometimes we feel that if we do things in a certain way, we're preventing horrible outcomes from coming about. Now, I will give you an example. When I was younger, I had no license. Now, on the 3D, it would have been polite if I had that support there for people to drive me to and from. Just an example. The burden was I had no license. The reality was there was a way in which I could get to work, and that was via public transport. Another example, I'll have to think of another one. So sometimes on the 3D we're looking at a situation and saying because A, B, C, D, I have to do that and it's temporary. Sometimes then the universe gives you the raw end of the stick, and at the moment you're getting You're getting the raw end of the stick. You're thinking certain situations can't be resolved, and you've had warning signs, but you continue doing things against the grain and to the detriment of your health. And I'm feeling you're very tired. Like you're not wanting it. You're still doing it. You're an amazing, multitasker. You are fantastic at work. You are fair beyond belief to the detriment of your own health. Now, too many areas of your life have been taken advantage of. And now you very much want to come into the new year saying, you know what, stuff you. Because it's not balanced. It's not fair. Karma, not karma, I wouldn't say karma. Yes, I am. Lysiana? Yell at me, Jen. Okay. Too many areas of your life at the moment you're being fair to other people. Now, generally, what you give out is what you get back. One would say, Lizioni, don't ask me. I'll call her Liz. And she can shoot me if I call her Liz. Too many areas have been out of balance. Now, you're hoping that all will resolve. Yes, all will resolve, but it's going to impact, you. So you've got to look at what you're going to tolerate in January to be, temporary hell, so to speak. And what you are going to realise that once that goes, is there going to be something from that same given person, given people, that they will replace that energy with another dynamic. Because then the issue isn't with the dynamic at hand, it's the issues directly with you. Not being able to own your power and say, do you know what, this is not acceptable. I'm definitely not your doormat, and I'm definitely not your solution or go-to person, because have you been there for me when I have needed you? So this is out of balance, and you do very much need to take your power back. Sometimes we do feel it's a temporary situation, but I do feel in 2017 an aspect of that has not been purged for you guys, and it's making you furious to a point where you're saying, then how come the same situation keeps happening? Now, if you're a twin and you don't purge this aspect, you will not be ready for union. This is an aspect that needs to change. Until you can kind of own your power, how will you be energetically strong enough for your twin, whereby you can say to them where the benchmark is and when enough is enough? And that's in every aspect of life, not just being a twin. You do need to own your power and stand up for yourself. You are your own best friend and you are your own best enemy. So, you need to come to a place where you're looking at it from an outsider's point of view onto you. And if you have to, look at yourself as a child, an innocent child that is being victimized, and how you feel they deserve to be treated. Or look at yourself as another person completely. And look at it and go, well, I need to re-educate people. Sometimes that does mean cutting people off, but they will come back. You just need to change the frequency so that they can be reintroduced to the new you, of who you are and what you will and won't accept. And it's not that you're a bad person because you need to do these things. It's that you need to change the dynamic so that you have the respect for yourself and you're not their doormat, because you're fantastic at work, you're fantastic with your money. When you're out of balance, you'll find you'll become shopaholics, because you're trying to fill that void of what people are robbing from you. So you've got to get that balance back where you're feeling respected and loved. But until we can do that, and I hate hearing it, you have to love yourself first. Well, it's true, but it's not the kind of way you think of doing it, because ultimately speaking, to love yourself is just to say, I truthfully need to tell you that what you're doing to me is just not right and it's not acceptable, and I'm the type of person that won't tolerate it. And for you to own that truth is frightening. Yet when things like this are happening, internally you're feeling the turmoil, but you're not directly dealing with the energy as it arises. And if you are, they're definitely not hearing your language because they're continually doing it. So you're going to have to re-educate some individuals. But definitely good karma is coming your way for the good deeds you've done. Something directly connected to family is coming about, and it might be a way of looking at a story from a different angle. Now, this could be connected to the person who's passed over. This could be directly connected to what family should look like. And also, you know, petty arguments and gossiping in the connection of family, you know, through Chinese whispers, and you hearing to the core who these people are, and then realizing they don't vibrate the way I do. And the passion I once had, you know, has gone stagnant, and I have to change the dynamic and the energy within the situation. The story in your family's changed, and stories do change within the family. So it can be new people coming into the family. It can be the way people are interacting with each other is totally different, and it's going to take a little bit of time to adjust into that dynamic. It is making you cross. It's making you frustrated, and this could be a new partner coming in your life, you know, where it's going to change the whole story. But people might feel they know the story, and they actually don't, because it's different to, I don't know what you're on about. I'm going to keep going. Okay, so the story is going to be different. Now, a grandparent. There is a grandfather figure here who is very relevant to you directly, either side of the family, or the way in which you're going to be looking at it is from a very mature standpoint. But I feel it's a male energy that's passed over, that is with you during this time, helping you through this cycle within the family, because there is change happening in family. In your money, you don't know where it goes sometimes. You really don't know where it goes. And with the work you do, you don't know why you apply your energy to it, because you've got this card side. So sometimes you feel great abundance, and you're a great manifester of cash. You're a very hard worker. And then other times you wonder what that effort was for. Be careful, look at your statements, because I do feel you may misplace something. And I do feel a refund coming directly connected to something. Again, vibrationally speaking, some of your money, the way you're looking at it is different. You think that happiness is money, but something's going to change your opinion of that factor. I do feel something on the work front is going to change. Yeah, just ignore them. Don't worry about it. You're going to get people like that. It's the way it goes. Something on the front of you seeing the beauty connected to what you're working on, you seeing the beauty connected to money. Your vibration is going to change in January. So what will happen is you might want to focus more on love. You might want to focus more on balance. And internally, it might be that you're really out of sync and you're just needing a bit of time out from really, really manifesting just blooming cash. And realize that somebody made you feel somewhere along the way that the only way you were lovable is if you had money. The only way you would ever succeed in life is if you had money. And success, most growth comes from your internal abundance and you feeling grounded and you realizing that you're $1 million. You didn't need $1 million in your pocket to be that. You didn't need to look a certain way. Vibrationally speaking, if someone's going to be in love with you, you do not have to look a certain way. You don't have to have X amount in your pocket. The connection's either there or it's not. Okay, money will come in like no tomorrow when your vibration changes. But there's going to be a passionate conversation about money. This could be directly connected to a passed over loved one and an asset, an inheritance, or something that had already transpired directly connected to that. There is passion connected to this situation. You are being guided. I do see loved ones on the other side guiding you in anything you're physically working towards. Now, if this is your twin flame connection, your loved one on the other side is helping you with this situation. But you are worth more than money, so please do not think that all you need to apply to in life is money, because you're so much more than that. Now, you're not seeing the connection to this asset with your ancestors, but your ancestors are helping you. You may not see don't fret if you don't get the direct money from inheritance right away, because your ancestors are working in the background, as well as the karma towards these individuals, if they're removing it from you, will directly come to them. So have faith connected to it that everything you need will be given to you, even if it's from the 5D. So don't panic directly connected to this. If spiritually speaking you need to do some work and say some hard truths in January, do so. Okay, general life. You're not letting go of something, but you are trusting. And this again could be your twin, or it could be something you're directly working on. It can be an argument as well. You're going to meditate on something. You're not automatically going to jump into a decision. So it may be something that is given to you in a sense of love. Okay, for some of you I'm seeing there might be communication. Through this communication, it's something you've wanted, but when it comes through, I feel it's going to take you by surprise, and you're going to be acting a totally different way than what you thought you would. Almost in your mind's eye, you've kind of played the picture out and you've thought, oh, this is how it would be, and then when it happens, you're like, it sort of feels like a shock moment. So you're going to meditate on it. And the way you're going to deal with it is you're going to stand your ground. You're firm on your beliefs of what you feel is correct for you. In your general life, how you want your world to be in January, you're firm on your knowing of what your value is. But I feel the challenge is the second week, right? You are having some confrontations and conflicts, and you're looking at February and you're saying things have to be balanced by February. If they're not, I'm not going to be able to do this. There is you needing to stand your ground and stand up for yourself. Some people with love interests, be careful how you're vibrating to other people, because they're going to do the same back to you. And be careful, stand your ground, you know, let them do their thing, because you don't want them to do that to you. So just create your bubble and remove yourself from ill situations to protect your connection. You do find, for those of you who are twins at a separate level, you may go into hermit mode with your twin during that healing process, and that's simply so you can actually do that work together without external kind of influences. External influences will come in, don't get me wrong, and they will be directly linked to triggers, but they're going to help you purge those triggers. Singles. How many minutes are we at? Oh, we're doing well. We're doing well. Okay, singles. I feel there is... You're either going to hear something through the grapevine connected to romance. It can be information connected to a person. Look, with your twins energy, generally closest to the time you come to union, what you find is you do go through a stage where, and I hate doing this inside the normal kind of videos, because I'm not trying to take away from the actual Taurus video, but definitely Taurus can actually gain insight connected to this, because be it your female or male, the energy of a twin does help you manifest and look at your life as a whole. Now, when it comes to you giving up on situations in love, what you'll find is that's quite natural to happen. When it comes to a place because it's releasing ego, basically. It's almost like you're having a death of the situation. You're questioning your beliefs. You're questioning, you know, is this connection valid? Is it real? Is it ever going to eventuate? Don't look at the time frame of how long has transpired, because ultimately speaking, being a twin, there is no time when it comes to that. It doesn't, emotionally, you feel you're dying inside, but that's the ego. That's nothing but the ego. What then happens after that is you then come into this quiet place of knowing. And it literally feels like, I don't even want to use the word, drunk. I'll use that word, it's safer. Where you're just so lulled that you have a knowing, but you've released it. and you're not putting a time on it anymore. It's just, well, I know they're there. I know they're my twin, so I guess I'll see them when I'll see them. And you just move on with life. And it can happen within 24 hours of coming to that energetic frequency. So just a heads up, you're on the right path. And it can happen within 24 hours what you're going through. So mine energetically did go on like that for about... I did feel like, oh, I'm just giving up. And it did take like maybe 3 months. And then when I released, I had that purging of my ego, dark night of the soul, so to speak. I was actually quite amused in my head. It was like I literally just felt, yep, drunk, whatever. It's going to be what it's going to be, and I'll hear from them and I'll hear from them. And I was very relaxed. And no, did not expect it. Couples. You get a very private energy going on. Some of you, I do feel, again, that there's external situations that are, you're trying to remove yourself from everyone. You're trying to have that bubble. I do feel you've been working too hard. And again, inheritance has come up. So your crowning energy is you're dealing with aspects of family. Now, the way you're feeling is you're looking at a situation. It can be either on your side or their side. You're feeling this energy where you're dealing with something past tense. Now, this can be aspects of money, aspects of your opinion connected to it. It can be directly an asset that is coming about, that will be coming towards you in January. So some shape or form of money or inheritance is. This, again, feels like a past tense energy. So this is what's crowning you. You know, you're feeling as though in life, financially speaking, you know, you've had false starts, and you're wanting to take a plan off the ground with your partner, but due to external situations, it's prevented you from moving your love life forward and the plans you have within your love life forward. You're being very careful about what you're wanting to do, and you're keeping your cards close to your chest. You're waiting. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket. You know, your partner's feeling very, very stressed, and it can be for some of you, you're refinancing. Again, your partner's being careful with money as well. So for them, it might be that they're physically out of work, and there's going to be a change of plans directly connected to this. Now, both of you are being compassionate towards each other, and, you know, you're still committed in this given situation, and you're being very fair towards one another. Your partner is going to have an aspect of justice where they can actually relax. People have nothing better to do they? I'm ignoring you. Okay. You're not wanting to jump the gun connected to what you're going to do. You're going to wait and see till these financial aspects kind of clear up and are ready to be dealt with. So a plan is going to be on hold in January. I'll try and find a clarification card on that. I don't know why. I just don't feel something's going to get off the ground till February. There is a pause on it. You guys are very tired from external influences, and definitely look at the general aspect of the reading, because what you're going to find is it's going to be directly relevant for what you've actually gone through and how to apply it to the given relationship. People are impacting your relationship though. Okay, this can be children. Friendships are helping. And, you know, you're trusting in those dynamics. But, you know, it's your direct family under the roof that you're holding very close and very safe. The external aspect of family and what's impacting you, you know, you're holding them at bay to do some healing. You have been working too hard, though. You've really got to slow down. You have been working too hard. I'll pull some chakra cards. You got to watch the headaches. Yeah, what is that? Okay, you're feeling very cleansed. And okay, your intuition's going to serve you right. Connected to waiting on this cash component, I'm feeling as though you are going to come to a place where you know when the correct time is, right? You will get information connected to this, so it's going to come through. Also, your loved one who's passed over, I do feel they're around you and they're guiding you. And they're around you during this process, so they're guiding you. Google 444. It's going to be relevant for you guys. You keep getting all these purple cards. So you're going to see clarity in the situation. You're going to be very, very grounded when it comes to making an action plan. Be flexible with the plan though, because I'm feeling as though you're going to need to be flexible. Don't jump the gun and don't communicate until you have all relevant information, because I feel it may come across in a sense financially as gossip at first. Don't believe in everything you're hearing at first. Get it from the horse's mouth. That's what I'm hearing. Just be super careful. Any questions for the actual people that are here for the reading? Not the ones that want dancers that are on incorrect website. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys later. Yes, there will be job changes. Welcome, Chili. Most welcome. Yeah, there will be, I do feel for some of you, there is actual sales of home. Now, some of you, it will be a family member's house. For others of you, it's got, and there is travel as well. So, Adriana, yes, there is travel. I do feel it's connected to, for some of you, inheritance, separate energy, then another energy where it's a physical home, where it's going to be separated and divided. And some of you even house move. And how do I put it? It might even be that you refinance and use the money from a home and purchase a secondary home. But I do feel sort of like maybe some of you a holiday home. But definitely changes on the home front. But family's very relevant. Be super careful connected to family. Try and get that energy balanced. Yeah, family members, there are family members directly connected to you that are unwell in some shape or form. Try and keep your energy balanced, you know, and when you're dealing with them, try not to tap into so much of how you think it's going to come about, because, you know, when you're down, they can actually absorb your energy. So try and white light them to a degree, have faith in the process, and don't think of the final outcome. So when you're tired, your energy can be absorbed by them. You need to keep very grounded when you're doing that. And if it means you need a break and you need to ask other family members to come and help, do so, because in being grounded, you're supporting them correctly. A lot of you will actually start business. Be very sure what you're wanting to do, and be super cautious connected to your employment at the moment, because I do see petty gossip and arguments. Well, I hope you like the reading, and I'll talk to you guys soon. There you go, 444. Thank you very much. I used to actually do, you know, the numerology connected to this, but they've been coming through the cards, so I should really write these numbers down and then be able to relay them to you off the bat. Some of them I do know off by heart. Okay, guys, I'll be back shortly for the next reading. Any suggestions as to which one we should do? Aquarius is done. I did Virgo. Virgo's up already. I'll say. I'll surprise you. I'll see you soon. Gemini. Oh, Gemini will be interesting. Jen, who do you know who's a Gemini? I can't remember your zodiac now. Get myself in trouble, you'll shoot me. Only because we do it from the aspect of your energy. I don't actually need your zodiacs to do readings. That's why when you book a reading, you don't need to say, you know, what zodiac sign you are, because I will tap into your direct energy. Antonella, Leo, really? Okay, well today I will do Gemini and Leo, and I'll see how I go. I'll be working into the night the way I'm going. I'm going to have to. I do have to do some other things. But yes. See, my Venus house is Scorpio, and Antonella's is Scorpio. Yeah, poor partners, right? Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Bye.